Welcome, Amakhosi Network. Welcome to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Today, I don't believe it will be that long of a video, but this is for the fans. And yeah, let's kick to it. Today, we're chatting about calendar slash the guy who looks like Usaile. I'm gonna put up a picture of Saile and this guy. Hey, Jason calendar. Gonzalez looks like Sahile, guys. I don't care who says what. These guys look like they are the same. I hope this guy is better than Usaile because we can't get the same person in J. But yeah, guys, thank you for those who subscribe. Please keep subscribing. We know this Jason has arrived. I'm gonna put up pictures, or you should be seeing them now, of Jason busy smiling for days because he knows with language straight. Imali, these black people from Africa will eat that man. And yeah, let's just hope he gives us some goals. Now, as Kaizer Chiefs supporters, what do we expect a good season for Ujason will be in the league? In the league, what number of goals will be happy, or will we be happy with? Me personally, I don't expect much. I don't expect much from Ujason, but what I would like to expect from Ujason is Hassan. I forgot his name is pronounced Hassan. I expect somewhere along the lines of maybe 12 goals and 8 assists. I'll be happy with that. That wouldn't be bad. 20 goal contribution. And that's for the league. Cups I'm not including. Cups are a different story. But if he gives us 12 goals in the remaining games and around 8 assists or somewhere there, then I will say, there's a player here. And when I say goals, I'm not talking about penalties. I'm talking about proper goals. I'm a header, strikes, etc., etc. And then if he gets us like 5 to 8 assists, that will be a good contribution. So if he can contribute like 17 to 18 goals to Chiefs, that is a big difference because we didn't have a striker who has contributed goals like that in a long time. But yeah, guys, that is what I want, but it's not what I believe I'll get. So yeah, if none of you have done this, I'll recommend you go do this. This afternoon, I was listening to Robert Marawa interviewing the TS Galaxy coach, and when he was chatting about why coaches have to have pro licenses, etc. It was an interesting conversation, and he was also mentioning how many minutes a player actually spends touching the ball in a game. Hey, it's crazy. Apparently, a soccer player spends about 3 minutes touching the ball. Actually, 3 minutes. When you add up all their minutes touching the ball, it averages about 3 minutes. Meaning most of the time they are running around, they are like trying to find space. It's all about movement, positioning, etc., etc. And it makes sense when you think of a player like Haaland. When you see how many goals he scored, in your mind you'll be like, this guy probably touches the ball like 15 to 20 minutes a game. Haaland is 1 second. He just needs 1 second and it's a goal. He doesn't need to do his nengi. He doesn't need to dribble and what. You put the ball somewhere right, he's going to take the shot and it's a goal. And that is 1 second. So yeah, it makes sense. And it was an interesting thing to hear about because I really didn't know. When you think of analytics, you then realize, we have Nkomosmos. These guys, they spend 3 minutes touching the ball, but they earn 200K. Can you believe? Can you believe I'm a 500K go to Tinti Pola guy for 3 minutes? And that time you still on Nkomo. Mara guys, come on. We can't be living in a life like this. So I found that interview interesting. He also mentioned that from development all the way to the senior team, all coaches should have the highest license of coaching. Meaning, there shouldn't be a head coach who doesn't have like a UEFA Pro license, which he has. Apparently, it's very hard to get. You'll listen to that interview and hear. And apparently, he also says, at least in Africa, you should have a CAF, the highest CAF level license. So I think it's a CAF A or something like that. So if you have that, it means that your coaches have gone through fundamentals. And what is fundamentals are is, like he said in the final exam when he was selected to take the exam, they give you a team and then they say you have a team that's playing 4-4-2, you're playing 4-4-3. How would you counter this? How would you prepare for this for a day, etc., etc.? Nutrition, the week, how would you prepare for the week? Your tactics, and then they give you all sort of challenges that you have to figure out as a coach. This time there's no coaching staff. You are telling the people who are examining you how you would figure it out. And then at the end, they also put you on the field. They give you a team. They say, show us how you're going to train the boys to put in your tactics, etc., etc. And I was like, that's actually good. We should have that in South Africa. Not this thing of other Zwane who don't know basics of even substituting players or momentum or whatever the case may be. Because a simple thing, this is a simple thing, guys. If Chiefs is losing 2-0 and is winning 2-0, sorry, if Chiefs is winning 2-0 and the attacking team is starting to put pressure on us, and the coach can see, good Norman, something like the pressure is going to result in this guy scoring and they're going to come back in this game. What is the one thing you would do? Me, what I've seen many good coaches do is that they make the keeper fake an injury. You call the team into a huddle. You say, gents, they're putting pressure on us. When I play here, this one is exposing you. Close this one down. When I do this, when I do that, stop the ball. Now we're pressing them 100%. We won't allow them to kick the ball. We have to change the way we play because they're coming back. Let's not take the foot off the pedal. Let's fetch them. Close them down. Don't give them space. And then they go back on the pitch. They do that. Chances are they prevent that 2-0 score. But Athazwane, what he does, and Abo Mulifenseki as well, what they do is that they leave the game to flow against their team. And then what happens is that the players on the field don't know what to do. They are lost. They in their minds, they are still doing what they've been doing, but their mind has now changed because they've scored. So if you don't have a coach who's going to teach you that, then unfortunately. Yeah, but yeah, guys, it's a good interview. Go and watch it. It's very interesting. I think you guys will enjoy it. Whoever likes football, listen to that. Another interesting thing, I was thinking about this today. I was saying something very interesting. And if you go back in time, you'll realize this. And this is relating to Knowledge Musona. When Knowledge Musona came to Chiefs, he was still young, I think about 18, 19, somewhere there, he was still young. And then what happened is that he would play like preseason or he would get like 2 minutes in a game. But every Chiefs fan, I forgot who the coach was at that time. I'm wondering if it was Mushin Etokral or whoever. But every player at that time was like, no, man, this boy from Zimbabwe is good. But the coach was never giving him a full game. Never. Like every time we would see, good, no, man, like he makes things happen, etc. And the coach would never put him on. And then Musona would continue coming in. Last 10 minutes. Then there would be days he scores a goal. Then you're like, oh, okay, Tata when I'm Musona. And then next minute he doesn't score. Hey, then you're like, oh, what's happening? But we liked what he liked his movement. We liked that he was always big. Like he was a terror. And all of a second Sunday he was starting to get goals or the assist or he was finishing people, etc., etc. And then from that point, then we asked out. From that point, I then said this to myself. I said, hey, Baba, doesn't what you're explaining sound like Duba? Because whenever Duba comes on the field, he always finds a way to get a chance, even if we're not playing good. Yes, he misses, but he finds a way. He makes the right movement. He does this, but then his finishing isn't there yet because he's rushing because he doesn't have enough minutes, etc. And I was like, why don't they take a chance on this boy, Uduba? What if he could become the next Knowledge Musona if given the chance? Because Knowledge Musona, they did the exact same thing and it used to irritate us fans when we saw this boy from Zim is good. Why don't they give him enough minutes? And the moment they gave him enough minutes, Musona destroyed the league. The whole league was finished, Musona. But it took the coach having to trust the boy to play, to start the game, etc., etc. And Knowledge Musona proved why he was one of the best strikers. Till today, him and Umbesuma are some of the best strikers we've had. But it needs you to trust in the player, and that is what my problem. Why is it that all players in Kaizer Chiefs are getting a chance except Duba? I don't understand, because let's look at it. Ranga got a chance. Before, Ranga has played more minutes than Duba at Kaizer Chiefs. I just want you to understand that. Ranga Chivavero has played more minutes for Kaizer Chiefs than Duba. And now Hassan is going to play. That time Kaizer Chiefs does not know anything about Hassan. He does not know anything about him. But he will play more minutes than Duba. Like, why don't they give Duba a chance? Why, guys? Why not try things that are a bit different? Like, another thing I wanted to highlight before I get to the end of the video. Hey, I said it's going to be a short video, but look, now I'm talking a lot. And I know a lot of people won't like this, but last season we saw Usitebe was our best DM, defensive midfielder last season, and he played that position well for someone who it's not his natural position. So this is my question. Castillo likes going up front. Why don't we play Usitebe and then play Castillo for a change? Let's try give Castillo and Stebe a chance. Since we know they're not going to give Uzwane a chance. I mean, Dushabalala was our best player last season. They are not playing the boy. So what chances are that they will play Uzwane? So my question is, why don't they just give Usitebe a chance there where Matt is playing? Because Matt did nothing the other game. So for me, against Amazulu, I feel like we can do it. Play Sitebe, play Castillo, then play Danzane, and then play Umodi, Ashley Dupree if he's healthy, and maybe Hassan if he's there. But please, Mulifensike, please put Duba on the bench. We need strikers on the bench. We don't need this thing of you leaving a striker at home. Why would you leave a striker at home when there are strikers who are injured? Hassan, Dupree, Duba should be on the bench. Saile should be on the bench. Or whoever you decide to start with. All I'm saying, Hassan and Dupree, if Hassan plays, they'll be starting lineup. But next should be Duba and Saile. They must be on the bench. We know we have a problem with goals. So why are we leaving our strikers on the bench? And I didn't hear anything about an injury. So yeah, guys, tell me what you think. Could Duba become the next Knowledge Musona if given the right minutes? Could he be that? And yeah, tell me what you think about the TS Galaxy coach, what he said. And subscribe to the channel, guys. Subscribe. We're on our way to 1 billion subscribers. 1 billion. Can you believe? It's going to be 1 billion. Yes, you didn't know. You must hit subscribe. We're almost there. We're almost at 1 billion, guys. Hit subscribe. Tell your gogo to hit subscribe. Share subscribe. Go play button. Share subscribe. Tell everyone, even your Amakhosi. Yay! Share subscribe. Everyone, guys. Yeah, thank you for watching the channel. I truly appreciate the support. Amakhosi.